From hotspots and hidden gems to lots of local flavor, it's your guide to LA the unscripted way. Hello and welcome to LA Unscripted. I'm Dana Devin and we are rolling out another 30 minutes of all things SoCal. And we are leaving no detail unturned. It's LA Revealed the unscripted way.
Atomic junk is something for everybody. You would find eclectic world traveler pieces. You'll find amazing, stylish, current fashion pieces along with vintage, the collectibles, the signs. We have it all.
It is the best hidden gem.
My name is Lindsay Patterson and I'm the owner of Atomic Junk. I'm revealing Redondo Beach's hidden gem. Atomic junk is a cliche and it reminds me of one man's trash is another man's treasure.
I bring my dogs every time we come in and say hi and they take a little look around. Something for everybody. I get little presents for my nieces and my nephews here.
I used to do grassroots marketing and I did event marketing, but I really just felt like that there was more to me than what I was doing. And I started to drive through alleys and started finding amazing collectibles and furniture and started bringing them into my home. This is when I discovered a lot of valuable things, and I had found a stiff teddy bear on the curb in Hermosa. I had something really valuable. I took it to an appraiser and he told me that this is the first stiff teddy bear he had ever seen from 1909, and it was extremely rare and appraised at $10,000. It's a very special possession of mine, and it just catapulted this whole hunting, junk finding adventure that I've been on ever since. The store is broken up into 4 different sections. The first room is the World Traveler, and there is a children's section over here. We are in the Babe Cave. So this is a place to shop and feel like you're in your walk-in closet, and that's what I tried to emulate with this room. So we went from the Babe Cave and now we are in the Man Cave. Auto garage feel with the biker jackets, the jerseys, the vintage tees, the collectibles.
I've been shopping at Atomic Junk about 2.5 years. I love vinyl records. I found some gems here. Leather jackets, pants, cool clothes. Everything is just curated so well around here. There's no other place like this.
So this is not a consignment store. I actually handpick everything that we have here. So I have sourced and found it all, which is a lot of work, but I only do it because it's what I love. And it's seeing the customers' excitement about what I do, it just keeps me alive.
It's the kind of place where you walk in and you just kind of like, you make friends, you become family, and then you leave just a little bit poorer.
She's cool, she's bold, and she's taking you places you don't always get to see. Check out where Olivia in LA is today. Japan House LA gives you a taste of the art and culture of Japan right in your own neighborhood in a beautiful, colorful way.
So Japan House is a public diplomacy, cultural diplomacy center created by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan to showcase the best of Japan in various fields like art, culture, business, academic, food, film, you name it.
This exhibition is so colorful. You think it's just for kids, but it's not, right? It's for everyone.
It's not, it's for everyone because the underlying message is deeper. Like when you start growing up, you're told to do certain things because you're a girl, not to do certain things because you're a boy. But sometimes you have to liberate yourself, free up yourself to find who you are and then express yourself. And that's the core message. We are one of only 3 Japan houses in the world. We have sister Japan houses in London and Sao Paulo. So the Japanese government decided to locate one of the 3 in Los Angeles. Of course, the US is very important for Japan. Sebastian Masuda started to collect all these colorful toys from around the world. The starting point was in Los Angeles. He went to a grocery shop or corner shop and picked up one of the toys, colorful, and he thought that, oh, this is it.
I love our city was a major influence in this art. How cool
Yes,
is that?
exactly. Everything about Japan can be showcased here, but we do have a shop and this gallery for exhibition on the 2nd floor. And we have another facilities on the 5th floor of Ovation Hollywood, library, multi-purpose hall, we call it salon, and the restaurant. So that people can enjoy, experience something about Japan with 5 senses. Like you can see, you can smell, you can eat, you can hear, and you can touch.
This is a beautiful area of Japan House. This is the library, right?
Yes, it's a library on the 5th floor of Ovation Hollywood, and everybody is welcome and you can enjoy it free of charge. All the exhibitions are free because we want to provide opportunities to everyone to enjoy and understand about Japanese culture. We change our exhibition every 3 months or 6 at the longest. For programs upstairs, events, we do have movies and gastronomy, workshops and things like that we charge, but then it's not as expensive. We want people to feel that they are connected to Japan. I want, hopefully, they learn something that they can introduce to their daily life.
You literally can't watch this show and not walk away smarter about all the things SoCal has to offer. It's our job to keep you in the know.
I live in Los Angeles. I am a designer who runs a sustainable and ethical clothing brand called Wasi Clothing, and I'm just an all-around creative. Wasi is a Quechua word for home. It's a word that my grandfather translated for me the last time I saw him. Wasi is kind of like a way to honor my ancestors, to honor my grandfather. I try really hard to be ethical and sustainable, but also offer a diverse, options for my customers. It's to honor the ancestors, make my customers feel at home, and it's just home for me as well. My family is from Bolivia. Both of my parents immigrated from Bolivia to the US in the 80s. Now, as I grow older, I do really appreciate going back to Bolivia, visiting family, and learning more about my culture, learning more about my history, and all that stuff. I remember when I got into design and doing art, my dad was very persistent on incorporating Bolivian culture. It took me a while to finally find my way and be able to incorporate my Bolivian culture in my own way while also incorporating my own style. I've been working in the fashion industry for a little under 15 years now. I worked on design teams, so I kind of learned everything there needed to be learned with working in the fashion industry. So that's how Wasi got started. It started off with me doing all the sewing and the pattern making and everything on my own and doing everything made to order. And then the business kept growing. It's been, I think, about 5 years now since I've been running Wasi Clothing, and it's been great. So it's been really exciting to see people buy my clothing. It's been a journey of evolving and growing, and then in 2020 the business blew up, and after a couple of years I was able to take it full time. So now I have a team of production people who work with me, and I get to see people on the street wearing my stuff. I get to see celebrities sharing my stuff. So it's been a really great, really exciting journey. So Stephanie Beatriz from Encanto, Olivia Rodrigo is also a fan. Carly Kloss has shared the business. Jessica Alba has also shared the business. I've met so many other Bolivians through my brand, so I've been able to grow my own community and find other artists like stylists and other designers and jewelry designers. I never had a problem with being too ashamed with my culture and who I am, but now I feel like I've taken this other step that I didn't even know I needed of empowerment with my own community here in LA.
And there's much more ahead. New hotspots and hidden gems when LA Unscripted returns. Welcome back to LA Unscripted and some very happening things we've uncovered just for you.
I've always loved getting dressed, but I hate shopping and I hate the process of going through getting dressed. This is the worker. This is the original one that we launched with.
Do you feel like you baby?
Oh
like
my
it's
gosh,
like you're
it's so my baby. I think it can be really stressful figuring out what to wear. And so I wanted to solve for the problem of what do I wear, make it really simple. You zip something on, you walk out the door, you feel confident, you feel dressed. We evolved into the, people wrote in and said, hey, do you make a long sleeve version? I was like, no, but I will. I'm a mother of 5. I needed my children to also see that you can create something from nothing, and that's what we've done here, is created something from nothing in this garage. This is amazing for evening, for going out. I was at a Halloween parade and I was watching this pack of 5th grade girls come out into the parade, and they were dressed up as Rosie the Riveter, all wearing jumpsuits. And there was in that moment where they looked so confident and powerful. And I turned to my girlfriend and I said, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make jumpsuits. And she was like, what? And so I grabbed my nephew, who had just graduated college at the time, and I said, I have this idea and I wanna make jumpsuits, only jumpsuits. And I wanna make them all in Los Angeles. And he was like, Aunt Dawn, let's do it. And so we started, he and I together on this journey, 2018. And so on my very best friend's birthday, I launched with one jumpsuit. And we did it on Instagram, and I did it here in the garage. And then by day 2, we were completely sold out of the style, and I was like, oh my God, my friends are so nice.
I think that's so fascinating to me, is see where you started and where you're going.
Thank you. And then we do inclusive sizing too, so we have denim with tons of stretch. This is nylon, it has no stretch, but it's kind of loose and you can move and you can groove.
I love how she's like, it's kind of loose.
Our collection has grown as well. All of our fabric is purchased through local people in Los Angeles. However, our fabrics are imported. Our jumpsuits are all, as I said, produced in Los Angeles, downtown. We have incredible talent right here in LA, and it's really important to support.
Oh, that's so cute.
I think for me, when I started this company, I had very clear goals in mind. And one of them was I had said, I really want to have Oprah wear one of my jumpsuits. And I was on the Stairmaster, I was like, oh my God, she's wearing my jumpsuit. I will always be here in the garage. I need to be home. Home is really important to me. I hope that with every jumpsuit people zip on, they feel a little bit of home and they feel comfortable and they feel happy and confident, because that's what's really important to us.
Pretty cool, right? Okay, don't go anywhere or you'll miss our next LA Unscripted hotspot. Welcome back to LA Unscripted, and guess what we're exploring right now? We love stories that are women-owned and women-run so much that we gave California Girls their own segment. Check out tonight's Fierce Females.
So if we think of just really the history of spirits, women were the first ones making beer. Women are the first ones making tonics. We were the first ones making spirits. So we've been here. It's been a place for us. We just weren't celebrated in those roles.
Hi, Tracy. I'm really excited to sit down with you because not only are you a whiskey expert, you can help a girl out because I'm not really a whiskey drinker.
Very excited to be the person that helps you learn to love whiskey. People have called me the whiskey whisperer. So many people take it and they just shoot it as fast as they can. But if you take a tiny sip, let it roll across your tongue, your own saliva will bring the proof down, but also your taste buds will start to really pull apart all of the different flavors and molecules that are in the whiskey.
My mouth is literally watering as I hear you describe it.
We were always taught that when women drink whiskey, you're gonna get hair on your chest, and nobody wants to have a hairy chest. But what we found is that women have a much more, a strong sense of smell and are able to actually find flavor that's in whiskeys. We are here at Cafe Birdie's. They are a part of Elevate the Highball with Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey.
My name is Deron Powell. I'm a bartender here at Cafe Birdie. Tennessee Peaches is a highball for Uncle Nearest that I was able to create and attribute to Uncle Nearest in the South and my family in the South. So when Uncle Nearest, the opportunity came and I'm thinking about the South, it made me think about my grandmother, Annie Mae Honorable, and her peach cobbler. But I also didn't want to make it a dessert drink, so I wanted to add some herbaceous elements to it, so that's where the basil came into play. Yuzu is going to be bright and refreshing with notes of grapefruit and a little bit of mandarin.
Oh my gosh, wait, I want to sip it again because I feel like there's so many different levels to the flavor. I've heard about the Uncle Nearest brand, but I know that it's just such a special story. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Nearest Green is an incredible person who was actually born in the 1800s. So he was an enslaved man who actually worked in Tennessee, worked with a preacher called Dan Call. At that farm, a young boy came through who actually was one of the youngest in his family, and his family was having trouble keeping food on the table. That person was actually Mr. Jack Daniels. So it turns out that from this story, this relationship together, the two of them really created the brand, the whiskey that was Jack Daniels. Back in 2007, Fawn Weaver discovered the story and created a whiskey, the Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey, really honoring Uncle Nearest on his own and the legacy that he has in the whiskey world.
You've now turned me into a whiskey connoisseur.
This is my goal in life. Thank you so much for letting me do it, Jasmine.
Think that's all we have? Come on now, California is massive and we won't stop till we've covered it all.
What are the big differences between a donkey and a horse?
There are huge differences, and even though they're the same, they all come under the title of equids or equus. Donkeys eat completely differently, they think completely differently, whereas a horse is very flighty. If a donkey is trying to be chased or anything, they just stop.
As you guys know, this is my favorite shoot ever because of these guys right here.
Skydog Sanctuary is a forever home for abused, neglected, starved, abandoned wild mustangs that have been rounded up from public land. Well, I learned about the plight of the wild mustang on American states. So I had a horse at Sunset Ranch and he had a brand on his neck, and people would ask me, what does that brand mean? And I realized he was a once wild horse that lived out on public lands in Nevada and had been rounded up by the Bureau of Land Management. And the reason that they round the horses up from public lands is basically to clear the lands for extractive mining, for grazing cattle, livestock, and all the other things that make them money as opposed to wild horses, which don't, sadly. We have this ranch in Malibu, just 12 acres here where we keep a lot of the special needs horses, a lot of the older senior horses. It's kind of like a retirement home for old Mustangs. But we also have a 9,000 acre property up in Bend, Oregon. And there we essentially rewild these horses after rehabbing them, bringing them back to health.
This guy's name is Cisco.
Yeah.
I love that because I know where it's from. Where is it from?
He's named after Kevin Costner's horse in Dances with Wolves, and he looked a lot like him, and I loved that film when I was younger. Any film that had horses in, I loved.
Tell me about this cute guy right here.
So a lot of people don't know, but there are actually wild donkeys that live on our public lands. This is Red, and she is one of the most beautiful donkeys. She is a wild BLM branded donkey. She has the brand on her neck as well. Half of our mission statement was to save at-risk Mustangs from different situations, but the other half is to raise awareness and educate people so they can speak up for these voiceless horses, take an action as simply as calling their representative or, turning up at a rally or signing a petition. There's so many things they can do. And here at the ranch in Malibu, we have an amazing volunteer program. People can come here and help us on, in the morning, help the staff look after the horses. Seeing wild horses run free just for the sake of it, playing and sparring, and they're drinking out of streams and sleeping under the stars. It really is like everything that they were born to be wild. It was their birthright. We restore that for them, and it makes me so proud.
And that is all the time we have for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and thanks to the Bamboo Club in Long Beach for the chill spot to host our show. Good night, everyone. We'll see you next time. Mwah.